What is going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a good Friday. Last day of the MLB season that I'll be playing. Last day for me, so we'll get it out there. This is going to be an ugly slate. Expect some players to only play a few innings in the meaningless games. Expect pitchers to be pulled early. Expect teams that have nothing to play for, maybe to do some wild stuff. You just don't know what's going to happen. So it's a high volatility state. If you can handle the variance, great. Play it. But I'm going to be just ultimate late swapping slate, just late swap at every chance you get every turn you get the chance. I'm going to share my screen and I'll just talk to you about what I'm doing right now. This will probably be a fairly quick show because I don't think there's a whole lot going on. Like, it's an annoying slate. So I did put some exposures. These are my stack exposed, like my team, or you'll see my team min exposures. I went heavy on some of the teams that had something to play for. There's also some of the teams that don't have anything to play for that, like the A's. I expect them to play their guys mostly. And then Houston is obviously something to play for. Detroit has something to play for. The Mets have something to play for. KC doesn't, but it's a good spot. Boston has something to play for. The Yankees have something to play for. What's up with this Yankees? Let me just take a quick look at this. The Yankees here, am I making a mistake? Now, Trevor Rogers has been pretty damn good. It does feel weird to have zero Yankees exposure for what it's worth. Rogers has been really good, though, so I'm not going to – I don't want to, like, go crazy, but I want to get, like, I'm getting a little bit. Okay. So this is what I sort of ended up with after, look, you can see the general stacks. Yeah, I think this is pretty much like done with. What's up, guys? Good to see you in here, Scott and Eagles. But this is going to be very quick. Look, this is where I'm at currently stack-wise. It's all going to change. I'm going to late swap everything. And then pitching-wise, as of right now, if this projection feels a bit ambitious, but I really like, why wouldn't we play Trevor McDonald? You also have nothing to worry about money-wise. The default went to 49 to 50. I actually think you could end up leaving 5,000 on the table, no problem tonight in baseball. You really just, outside of, the teams that have something to play for, there's just really no telling what's going to happen exactly. It's, the last weekend series of the season. So you're going to just have to deal with the variance. And this is what I'm getting currently pitching wise. High on Bieber. Obviously that one matters. Trevor McDonald, because he's 4K. And by the way, I think I might have played him even if he wasn't. You get the Giants at 4K, expected to throw 85 pitches. If that's anywhere near accurate, I think we do that. I don't love the Sheehan play. Seattle doesn't have a whole lot to play for either. But again, there's just not a whole lot of options. I love Kirby. I don't expect to be overly extended here. But again, should face a weaker Dodger lineup. Do we have it in yet? I don't think we have the Dodger lineup in yet. I don't think I've seen a Dodger total at 3.7. Even when they faced like Skeens, they had a 4 implied total. Like, it's kind of weird to see the Dodgers below 4, just kind of like a shock to the system. So this is sort of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of content with it. I'm still waiting for lineups to come in. Obviously, we're waiting on the Dodgers, the Rockies, the Giants, Houston's. So we got some stuff to figure out here. But again, my advice tonight would be late swap every time you get the chance. You're not going to have time between 405 and 407. Again, it matters even if nothing's happened yet because you have the ownerships out there. 407 to 410, that's going to be tight. And then 410 to 415. So really your big swap is going to be after this Atlanta game. Let me just see something really quick because am I crazy for kind of liking the Reds a little bit at zero ownership? Priester's not bad, but they're not going to let him go. Like, I think they'll keep him in that 80 pitch range, probably, like not let him go quite full start, but like keep him, extended enough. It's something worth considering. They still have something to play for. I can throw a percentage or two their way. Again, just trying to find little things to get a little bit different on this slate. And then we will rerun it and see what we get. Make sure we have let's get the stacks. I actually feel like I don't care too much about the stack types as much as usual tonight. I'm not going to do the no stacks. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do the 2-2s and all that. But I don't mind like the weird like other ones. Like a 3-2, I'll probably leave. I'll probably leave a 4-0 blank. Yeah, it's just a weird slate. So last slate of the year for me. I am firing at it. As you can see, I got 2,300 out there. So I'm not going to ignore it. But I am going to be just relying a lot on late swap. And also my take is if there's teams that I have in my hand builds, I like both sides of the KC Athletics, but the problem is KC will be so much more owned than everybody else. I mentioned I like both sides, a little bit of Boston and Detroit, just a little bit. I like the Mets. Who else do I like? I mentioned Houston. Yeah, those are sort of the teams that I'm deciding between. Good luck to you, Eagles. Yeah, I'm not getting. There's no way in a million years. So you get the best effort from Cincinnati and the worst effort from Milwaukee, who has literally zero to play for. Why would we play Milwaukee in this situation? You're going to get Littell, who I don't think is that bad anyway, and then you're going to get every best possible bullpen arm for this whole series. And I just don't see what we're trying to attack here exactly with Milwaukee. It's fine. I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen so far, so many guys. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys have 2 at bats. That's not out of the question for me. If they go off and win, so what? I lose, but there's no way I'm playing Milwaukee as a 5-man. Let me just make sure I put my money where my mouth is. I do think these teams that with nothing to play for are really, you're asking for trouble if you're trying to stack them. Now, teams with nothing to play for that are going to the playoffs, I'm talking about. Teams with nothing to play for that have nothing to play for, that's a different story. That we can get on board with, because they're not nothing else to do for the rest of the season, all that stuff. But why would we be playing the teams that are about to be in the playoffs who literally can't risk an injury? I just think it's too risky. I also should have mentioned that Toronto looks reasonable. So I'm kind of spreading out a little bit, maybe get a little bit less of this Houston. I just liked Houston because they were later in the day too, so I could always late swap. Again, this is a major late swap slate. That's what I'm telling you. You're going to have to be doing some late swapping. I'm going to rebuild one more time. Again, extend this number. I would go even down to 45. I don't think we have to care at all about pricing today. I just think if anything, it's probably going to constrict you in a way that you really don't want to do. Yeah, I have no interest in San Francisco myself, but no problem if you want to go ahead and do it. I shouldn't say I have no interest in San Francisco. I like San Francisco. I may end up with them. I'm going to rely on that one big late swap for all these games because I like Houston. I'll have some KC. I'll have some of the A's. I think that's very likely something that I end up switching on to. But I might not. I'm not planning it. I'm certainly not trying to go out of my way to play San Francisco. So we'll see where we get. Guys, if you can click a like and thumbs up and everything. We also, I've mentioned everything about all the stuff we've got going here. I did a show earlier with James previewing this week's NFL using the pay dirt tools. The pay dirt tools are awesome. I also think SaberSim is awesome. And then we also have Sheets and Goldie's projections, all of my content, all of my exact exposures, all of Brandon's content, all of Rody's content, all of who else am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody, but anyway, we got a lot going on here, and I think that it's really the best unique offering. I also want to mention this may be my final free baseball show ever. Now, we might do some for the playoffs. I have no interest in doing baseball shows. I think they should last about 5 to 10 minutes. I've never liked doing them unless there's like a 3 or 4 man. But either way, you can sort of sum everything up in like 2 minutes. Like it's really not a complicated. And again, it's been a miserable year for me baseball wise. So maybe I'm a little bit like that. But why are we doing this free content? Nobody's, it's not converting anybody. We're mostly catering to SaberSim users, which is so weird to me that I don't understand why. I mean, personally, I think that we should be considered over them. Like, look, you get all SaberSim stuff. They're an incredible product. We're talking about $20 more on the highest end and just a few bucks more on some of these packages, and you get all this other stuff. I really don't understand it. So I also just, we want to make money from our site. I've never taken $1. I've given a ton, and we'd like to figure out a way to actually start making some money. So we're going to limit these number of shows and really try to do as little free content as possible. I do appreciate you guys. You guys have been great, but I can't keep doing this stuff for free forever. I'm 43 years old. This is kind of silly. Do better off just playing myself. Anyway, Giants want to get out to 500. Yeah, the Giants, they'll play hard. Sure, great. Worst hitters park on the slate outside of Seattle, other than Seattle. It is Colorado, so you have that to look forward to. So yeah, sure, go ahead, play them. Yeah, I agree. Teams want to get over 500. KC's got a similar situation, I believe. Yeah, it is a thing. 500 or better definitely seems to matter to a lot of people. What I actually am surprised I'm not getting to more of this Trevor McDonald. I don't. I guess maybe we just don't need the money, is what we're telling ourselves. But I think that that's a very reasonable play. And again, a lot of later stuff for me today. So that's where I'm at right now. Anyway, thanks, Scott. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I'll do private shows in the YouTube. Yeah, I think I will just probably do some more private stuff. Just because it's grinding. I know I was gone for months, which was great, but I love that when we've got a ton of people and there's action and there's strategy and there's things going on. And I love doing it with Sheets and I love doing it with Brandon. I love doing all that stuff. But I just doing solo baseball talking through shows are a little bit just not my thing. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Anthony. But be a subscriber. We'll do everything for subscribers. It's just going to be about the free shows. I really want to limit them and cut them. Even probably going to cut them in football as well. Probably going to cut them in NBA when that comes up. And I'll probably just do the premium in the Discord. That's probably what I do. But yeah. So also we sell on Stake Kings our stuff. If anybody's whatever, I don't care if some people buy it or not. But we will be converting that to only TrueDFS members who can invest, because Sheets is winning everybody all in the world all this money. Obviously, I had the huge hits last year, or I guess this year, but last season for football. So anyway, that's sort of where I'm at. But we really do appreciate you guys. If you could give us a like on the way out, I appreciate that. I'm gonna just play around a little bit once we get these final lineups in, and yeah, let's make some money, guys. Let's end the season strong, because it's been a grueling one for me. MLB has not been my friend this year, and ready to move on to another one. So good luck, everybody. I hope you guys crush it. And